Hello everybody, today we are going to be touring Neverland by Rufio, and as you saw by the skit that you just saw, by the way, I had a lot of fun making that skit. I think that's the most fun I've ever had making one. I usually do those for island tours, by the way, if you're not subscribed to the channel. Before every island tour, I usually like to make a little funny skit or sometimes a serious skit to show off the island a little bit before I go into the whole tour. I also do tours every Saturday at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, so check me out then if you want. But yeah, we're going to be checking out this pirate-themed island, and we're starting with the tavern. So this is the place where pirates would go to usually... I think they usually actually had taverns on the ship as well, as in like mini shanty towns that pirates would frequently visit. And in the back here, you could just see that there's like there's this nice keg pattern, and it's next to some bookcases and some wooden simple panels. This was recorded during a live stream, so you can see the live chat at the bottom left for some reactions. Also a donation. That's the only donation, by the way, so we should be good from now on. But yeah, this pirate ship view is so beautiful. Like, I love how he uses the cliffs as like kind of to shape the pirate ship. There's no other way you can do it. You can use simple panels, but those only go straight. So I think it was a really clever idea to use cliffs for this part, and then just like a wooden texture on top to represent the ship deck. Kind of looks like the ship is docked as well, so we're gonna see that in a sec. But yeah, so the live chat also turns off in the middle of the island tour, just letting you know. So if you don't like the live chat, it'll be gone pretty soon. But if you do like it, just, I don't know, enjoy the reactions from it, I guess. We have the Sterling outpost. So Sterling is the villager that lives here, and the outpost is basically a bunch of cannons. This is the kraken fight from the skit, and I just want to put my original reaction in here because I think it's worth it. Fight kraken. Oh, that's sick. What? I've never seen that. Has anyone ever seen something like this before? This is awesome, dude. Hang on, wait. We gotta take a picture of this. Very beautiful. I love this kraken so much. I think it's such a great idea. So you might be a little confused how exactly Rufio did this. What he did, he took a rockhead statue, turned it around, and then put brachiosaurus skulls all around it to make it look like tentacles. And the perspective that you see it from is just, I don't know, like how creative minds work this well in this game. Like, I wouldn't have thought of this in a million years, but here are people out here thinking of this stuff. We're gonna see another forced perspective battle pretty soon, but I believe we're going to the ship first now. But first we're gonna pass through this little divider that is a centerpiece island to kind of divide the different sections of the island. Bottom right, we could see here that there's just like this fake building, which is just 2 stalls on the second level, and then a simple panel in front that has a window pattern on it. And you could see some rope on the floor just to give you more of that dock scenery, that pirate dock scenery where you're at like a port or something is what I picture this island as, just like a giant port. And then here's Rufio's rock garden. And what I like about this rock garden is that all the rocks are scattered around. They look like they're placed randomly, but to make a rock garden in Animal Crossing, what you need to do is fill your island with random items or custom patterns and make it so the rock can't spawn anywhere else but where you want it. I love the design he went with. He kind of just winded the white paths around it to make this beautiful garden with some moai statues to include in the scenery as well. This is the Nox outpost. This is because this is the villager Nox, and he wears this kind of like Roman outfit all of the time with a helmet and armor. So it makes sense that he would have an outpost for war or something. Very nice choice in villagers. You can even see his boots on the barrel over here. But I like how he still kept it with the pirate theme. He didn't just do like a medieval part of his island. No, he had to do it pirate style. So I love that there's cannons almost everywhere on this island. Always ready for battle. No one's getting through to this island. I think Cora Mora was talking about like a battle mode that she wants people to come and like be able to raid islands. I think that this island would be like the perfect defense if a mode were to ever be added like that. But I doubt Nintendo would do that. We got some ducks looking out into the ocean. What else? We got a flamingo. Just some natural wildlife to add to the scenery a bit. We even got Gullivar. Look at this. How prepared was Rufio for our tour? Very prepared. I don't know why he's here. That's like a very random chance. And he just happens to be here on the day that I'm touring. Very perfect weather conditions as well. So over here, we got a little bit of lag. Sorry about that. But over here, this is the Pirate Cove. You can just see that there's like a sleeping hammock here, a cannon, and some just regular pirate stuff with a bamboo divider to divide it from the rest of the island. Very nice choice of rock decoration. And then here we are on the actual ship. This ship is so cool. I love this ship. Okay. So just notice the sail. I just want to talk about the sail first of all. These are tapestries with a custom pattern. So they're customized to be just pure black, and they look like sails because there's one on the first level and then one on the second level, and it looks like it drapes down and makes a sail. And then behind it, there's also some simple panels that are also blacked out, and then a simple panel with the skull on it. And it really makes it look like a sail. This is one of the more unique ship designs I've seen in the game, so I'm very happy that he let me tour this island. Here's where the captain would, you know, pilot the ship and set sail with his first mate. Rufio's actually wearing his first mate costume right now. I like how this is also like a symmetrical ship. You could see that on each side it's pretty symmetrical with some minor differences like a globe and a hourglass to replace it on each side. You got cannons on the side with waterfalls to the left to make it look like you are in an endless ocean when you're really not. I wish you could build in the ocean. That would be very cool. I would definitely build a ship in my ocean, but sadly you cannot. Anyway, let's check out the captain's quarters, which is also amazing. You could put a house on the ship. And just check this out. Very nice. This is like the main cabin or game area where the crewmates could hang out and also make battle plans, of course, because there's a floor on the ground that's a rug. That's another Gullivar item. It's a map item. And I like the middle because it's just two vanities but they make kind of like the support beam that you would see on a ship. And I don't know, that's what it just reminds me of personally. So this is the brig or the jail. I love how this is decorated. Got some cobwebs on the wall with some iron bars. This is where you throw the stowaways or the people who are either like prisoners of war or something. I think every ship had at least one of those just in case anything bad happened on the ship and they needed to restrain somebody. Definitely useful to have one. So this is the galley. This is where you would get the, you know, Michelin star chefs to serve you some food. We got many ingredients here for them to work with. Mushrooms fresh off of the tree stump. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. But yeah, this is where the crewmates would prepare food, I guess. Yeah, kitchen ship. And it kind of looks like it's outdoors as well with the wallpaper, so... Yep. And if we come into here, we could see that this is the treasure room. This is the top room. You may recognize this from the skit. We beat the dinosaurs to get this treasure. So it's got all of the typical golden items and rare items, along with some other statues. I feel like the blue marlin really ties together this room. That's hanging on the wall. If any of you have seen Chuck, the show Chuck, you'll know what I'm talking about. You know, the blue marlin, get it? Okay. Moving on. This is the upper room. Okay, moving on. This is the upstairs room, otherwise known as the captain's quarters. This is where the captain, you know, writes all of his journal entries and logs. And there's also a place for him to eat, his own personal diner, his own personal double bed, you know, luxurious life over here. And of course, money is everywhere, along with gold scattered on the floor. Just like in the Goonies, when you would see a room like this. I don't know, that's the first pirate movie I ever saw was the Goonies. And that's what kind of got me into like the pirate aesthetic. So I guess I have the Goonies to thank for that. But what Rufio is inspired by here is mostly Pirates of the Caribbean, he said he was inspired by for this ship in particular. And then just other pirate movies and things he took inspiration from to create his whole amazing island. But now we're coming down to the basement, and then this is like the most important room of the ship, I would say, in my opinion. This is the bar. We can see some paintings on the wall, along with some money on the barrel. Of course, you gotta have the hula girl. I don't know if that fits with the pirate aesthetic, but I appreciate any hula girl, you know? Also, there's skull radios just scattered throughout the island that play music, so be on the lookout for those. See if you could see how many there are on the island. That's your challenge. I don't know. You could also visit the dream address if you want to try to complete that challenge. But yeah, we're outside again. We're going through the rock garden, which we've already been through, to go to this area. This is the campsite, otherwise known as Volcano site. And there's a map on the table. We'll take another look at that in a second. But first, let's go look at the forced perspective volcano. Now, what I like about this volcano is it's using rock furniture to represent cliffs. And also, you can subtly see some smoke coming out of the volcano. You might not be able to see it on the video very well, but if you go visit the island, you'll see it more clearly. And it's just very beautiful. It looks like it's almost about to erupt. Or it's like docile right now, but you know, it could erupt at any second. So Rufio is telling me to look at the map on the table here. So we'll do that in a sec right now. This is actually a custom pattern that's on the table, I believe. And you could... Oh, actually, you know what? I think this might be just like an item in the game. But there's an X on the map, and he's telling us, let's go find the treasure. So we're going on like a treasure hunt. Gullivar is over there to the right, wishing us good luck. Somehow he made it onto this island with us for this pirate tour. We've been blessed this day. Love this divider thing. We're going to the upper left of the island now, which is the island part of the island. which sounds stupid now that I just said that sentence out loud, but I'm not taking it back. We're sticking with it. You know, this is the tropical area of the island, I meant to say. Anka lives here with her yellow house and pyramids surrounding her house. And then if you come up here, this is where X marks the spot. This is where from the skit, if you saw, we got the pirate's treasure at the end. Just gonna give you a little like tour around it. We can see that there's items on top of the pillar, a pearl and a heart, and a statue in the back to celebrate your victory, of course, by holding out your hand. Well, I guess the statue's holding out his hand in celebration, I think. I'm pretty sure. You can also see that there's a snake pattern on the ground along with a scorpion, which is, I don't know. It adds to the whole forest aesthetic. I just said forest. Tropical forest aesthetic, I should say. Also, you may have noticed in my skit, I took a lot of elements from the game RuneScape, like the health bar, the hit status, the sounds, the music. That's because this area kind of reminded me of Karamja. I don't know why I thought of that in my mind, but probably not Rufio's intention. I don't know if Rufio even knows about RuneScape or knows what it is, but that's it's kind of why I made this skit the way it is. But I like it. I just went crazy with it. I don't know. Anyway, we're coming up here to another part of the ship. And Rufio was a great sport. He spent quite a bit of time filming footage with me, so shout outs to Rufio. Definitely follow him on Twitter and Instagram if you have one and want to see more of pirate aesthetic islands. I'm sure he has new designs coming out. He's a very creative person. And we're on part of a ship actually right now. So there's someone actually has a plank, and he was inspired to make this by the hook. So the hook usually came at him with a sword and told the person to walk the plank with his scimitar. That's what pirates usually use, the sword, I guess. It's called a scimitar. It's kind of like the blade that is U-shaped and has a pointy edge. All blades have a pointy edge, which is, I don't know why I just said that. Thinking you would picture something different. Of course you're picturing a sharp edge. Alright, I'm gonna stop. So yeah, this is the little dock. You just go out here and fish, I guess. This is the area where we fought the dinosaurs. So it's the Drago outpost. Every villager has its own themed area, which I think is so cool. Oh, at least most of them do. So we can see that there's cannons set up here. You may recognize this from the beginning of the video. Yep, battle stations. And there's also a wheel here. You can either get death or life. I love that wheel, by the way. I never win on it, but you know, it's fun. It's always fun. I also like how it's elevated up. And there's actually no way to get to that little area with the dinosaurs. It's blocked off. So unfortunately we can't go over there, but it's okay because you weren't really meant to. You were just meant to look at it from afar. This is the Phoenix. The Phoenix's house. Again, themed towards the bird villager that lives there. Very cool. And then I love what Rufio did with his rock here. So this is a cave. And he used black simple panels and a Stonehenge with two skeletons as like an entrance to like a spooky cave. So it looks like it goes somewhere, and it looks like his island is now bigger because he's made like a little area like that. But in reality, you can't actually go through it. It just looks like another area you could go through potentially, which I just think is cool. I like that. I feel like some people just don't utilize the rocks at all. And Rufio has done a great job utilizing all of his island space to just cram as much as he could into here, which I appreciate. And this is a land bridge too. You can see that it's the railing is ropes, and there's also a rope pattern underneath it to guide the rope fence, which I love. That's a great pattern. This is the port. Well, I guess it's a part of the port, and you can see that he's made fake buildings everywhere. just great. Rufio's great. So yeah, very beautiful port. We got a food stand over here. And there's just some hedges with a lighthouse. And you just get the best view from this spot, in my opinion. Yep, look up for a view. You can see the lighthouse in the back. It's the perfect time of day to tour this island. You get the subtle glow of the lighthouse in the back. So, we're almost done with the tour, actually. We just have one more area to see, and this is the beach that we haven't seen yet. Just a turtle chilling out on the beach. I love that he included wildlife every so often. Mole cricket as well for ambient sound, as well as birds everywhere. If your island is feeling a bit empty, I recommend you add some of these like creatures in, and it just makes this ambient noise. Especially if you're going for like a relaxing nature vibe, just add some birds in, and birds will chirp as you walk through the path. So now, I'm gonna play my live reaction to this because this is like a pick a path. So I have to pick one path. One leads to death and then one leads to treasure. So I'm gonna pick the right path. Seems promising. Oh, this is cool. And then you just follow the maze. No, I'm dead. I can't believe I died. Oh, there it goes. You lose. You get nothing. All right, so if we go to the left path now, we can see that this is the path that you want to go through. This is the path that leads you to glory. It leads you to treasure. It leads you to fame. I don't know if you get famous. I'm just making stuff up at this point. But yeah, there is a third path as well, as you saw. That path just leads out of the maze. So this kind of reminds me of the Mayday maze. Rufio probably took inspiration from that. If you've ever played the Mayday maze, it's just a little puzzle island that you have to solve. Which I think there should be more puzzle islands in the game and like more mini games. Which is why I'm making a mini game pretty soon, and the trailer is going to be on this channel if you want to see it for Halloween. We are doing a whole spooktacular tour series for Halloween. So if you enjoyed this tour, leave it a like. We're just at Julian's house. This is just like a starry house because he's a unicorn. And this is where you buy your birds. So if you ever need a parrot for a pirate, just come here. Come to the bird shop. Pick a bird. I wish you could like put birds on your shoulder, but maybe they could just make it a hat item eventually. Anyway, that is it for this island. We're just going to go up here and end it on this little ledge. If you like the video, leave it a like, subscribe for more, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.